Hello and welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. Some of you have been kind enough to send me some MLM cringe posts and reels and such. And so I thought it was time to compile them into a video. So in this video, we are going to be reacting to this handful of posts and reels and what have you, and shining a light on what's still wrong with the MLM community. When I say MLM community, I am talking about multi-level marketing and nothing else. Now, before we get into the shit talk, the time has come. I officially have my first sponsor, and you may notice something different about my background. These flowers. Let's talk about them. So thank you so much to my sponsor for this video, Rose Forever New York. So Rose Forever is obviously, you could tell by the name, a New York based company. The brand was launched in 2019 and they specialize in luxurious rose boxes with natural roses that will last for a year as if being freshly picked. They use natural oil to preserve the roses, and the bouquets are handcrafted by professional flower artisans. Now, I can't say enough good things about these roses. When I opened up the box, they smelled like the freshest roses I've ever received. My whole office still smells like roses, and I got these 3 days ago. Now, of course, I chose this eye-piercing blue because if you know anything about me, I like vibrant colors. Even at my wedding, I picked out blue hydrangeas for the bouquets, and I told my florist, I want the blue to hurt everybody's eyes. And if it doesn't hurt everybody's eyes, they're not blue enough. So needless to say, these are perfect. Can't wait to get more. I want more. I want them all over my house. But anyway, another perk about Rose Forever is that they use all vegan materials to cover the boxes that they use. Now, I have the black velvet box, so it's super soft, but even their pink suede boxes are also covered in vegan materials. They're preserved roses in special colors like the one I have, royal blue, as well as violet and black, created through a natural process of pigmentation to help the rich, intense shade, and are allergen free. Now, seriously, there's an enormous choice of rose colors, box shapes, and materials. So all you have to do is find your own perfect combination for your interior design. Rose Forever was inspired also by the Parisian chic style, which I love personally. And they have designed multiple design options due to customers and influencer feedback. Now, the even more beautiful thing is that Rose Forever was kind enough to provide me with a coupon code, SAMDEE20, SAMDEE20, and if you enter this at checkout, you will get $20 off of your purchase, and there are no limitations. So go crazy. The link and the coupon code are below in the description, so if you are needing to spruce up your house before fall and keep summer in our spirits, make sure you run over there and grab some flowers to keep those summer colors living. Thank you again to my sponsor, Rose Forever New York, and let's get into this video, shall we? The first one I have is from a Kangen water Hun. Now, if you're not familiar with Kangen, they are a water MLM. They make outrageous health claims like you should not drink regular water or bottled water because it's not good for you, and you should be filtering it through their, in my opinion, ridiculously overpriced and gaudy filtration system, and you should take it with you while you travel. So let's take a look at how these Kangen Huns are traveling with their Enagic filters. The first thing I have to say is, what the fuck? Are we serious? Are we serious? The text around this video says, yes, those are 5-liter bags of Kangen water flawlessly going through customs as carry-on luggage. Formula feeding your babies at 30,000 feet does not have to be stressful. No, and you can also do that with bottled water or water that you just brought from home, which is exactly what this is. It's just in fancy bags that went through a very expensive water filter that, in my opinion, is highly unnecessary. And also there's not enough scientific evidence to back the claims that Kangen water makes. So this is total bullshit. Some of these Kangen Huns out here even take it a step further and bring their entire Kangen water filtration system onto the airplane. So in this post, it says, this is medical grade water, which means I can take it on the plane. One last fill up before I go. You know I gotta have that good on the plane to combat all the EMF. Again, what the fuck? I just can't. There are no words. There are no words for actions like this. I just have no words. Oh my God, there's more. This was the first story in her slide of stories about Kangen water on the airplane. Her next one says, my water bottle getting tested. They checked the pH of the water. This guy is so annoyed. You can tell he's been dealing with this all week. Sorry, not sorry. I wonder if this was during their Kangen convention. Success. Never have to go through the airport without water again. You never have to right now. Or do I have to buy gross plastic water bottles? I'm so tired. It's been a long week, but definitely worth it. Okay, ma'am, you don't have to buy plastic water bottles, first of all. Whenever I go to the airport or travel anywhere, I always have my water bottle. I have about 5,000 water bottles because it's an obsession of mine, and I always have one with me. If I have to empty it out before I go through security, it is what it is, but they have water fountains. They have not only water fountains, but they have the stations where you can fill up your water bottle right there. So you never have to buy a plastic water bottle again if that is something that you didn't want to do. You don't need to buy this ridiculous Kangen water filtration system to be able to go through the airport with water. This is ridiculous. Who wants to join me on the next retreat? It's going to be in Okinawa, Japan. P.S. There's word of private jet. Bet you it's full of Kangen water filters. Work hard, play hard. What I love about working for yourself is this entire trip. Plus, anything I buy is a tax write-off. No, that's not true. I'm laughing because I did this. When I went on any kind of Scentsy World Tour or Scentsy Family Reunion or anything like that, I was like, oh, I can buy anything and it can be a tax write-off because I'm on a business trip. That's not true. It's not. There are certain things that are write-offs if you, I don't know. It's just, if you want to go through that and write all of those things off, like your food and your travel expenses and anything like that. But if you're getting souvenirs and shit like that, or going out to have drinks, those things are not always tax write-offs. So this is just more bullshit that they're spewing. Not to mention, this is not an MLM. It is a direct sales industry, which is the same thing. Meaning, you can make money with direct sales and you can surpass your upline. You can also do that in an MLM. I don't know if she missed that memo. So this is still an MLM and there's still an upline. So there's still multiple levels. How many different ways do we have to tell you Kangen or any MLM direct sales representatives this? It is still by definition, a multi-level marketing company. Hello, I am interrupting this video to shout out my channel members. Thank you so much for those of you who have decided to join my channel membership. I'm so excited. We are growing quickly. If you were not aware that I do have a channel membership, well, surprise, I do. I started it very recently and I will be doing members only live streams inside of that membership, as well as shouting you out in every single video. So if that is something that you are interested and you're not already a member, the link to join is down below this video. I hope to see you in there, but if not, I am just happy and grateful that you are here watching this video. And with that, let's get back into it. Now, moving on from Kangen water. This next post comes from a leader within a company that I don't think I've ever really touched on my channel, which is ItWorks. The text on the reel says, I desperately needed this quote unquote little online business to work, but I'm only making $200 monthly. Worked hard to pay off all my debt and help thousands of women do the same. That is an income claim. Online businesses don't have to be hard with the right leader. So there's a point there where she said the quiet part so out loud that it hurt my ears. And this point is when she says, online businesses don't have to be hard with the right leader. If you own your own business, you don't have a leader. You are the leader. That'll be all. Not really. I want to read the caption. She says, I felt like it would never happen for me. I'd never achieved the success I heard and saw others in an online business have until I shifted my belief system. I got to one event and realized there was nothing greater in them that wasn't in me. I just had to do the work like them. I put my head down and boy, did it work. What a pun. Don't ever let anyone convince you anything is overnight success. But with the right leader, again, if you were a business owner, you wouldn't have a leader. But with the right leader, community, and systems, you can absolutely accelerate. We want to help support you and set you up for success. You just have to be willing to be coachable and do the work. Waiting to help you like the thousands I've already helped. Am I surprised that she's saying the quiet part so loudly? No, not at all, actually. They do this so often, and these individuals that are within the MLM system are still so far into it because, and this is in my opinion, but also from experience, when I was in my MLMs and people were trying to tell me it's not actually your own business, you're a contractor, I didn't want to hear it, and all I would do is disagree with them and call it my own business while still listening to the leadership above me and to the corporate C-suite above me because I had to follow their rules, which would make this not your business. So I would continuously argue with people that told me it wasn't my business, but now looking back, hindsight is 2020, and when you're in it, you just don't want to hear it. Now, if you've been watching my videos for a little while, you may know that I was in Scentsy, the multi-level marketing company, for about 4 years. And just recently, their Scentsy Family Reunion, which is their convention, happened last week in Charlotte, North Carolina. And so I am going to be doing a whole video on the trainings and things of that nature. But I have some posts that I pulled for this top MLM fails because holy let's get into it, shall we? First one, this is a real life tattoo that people were getting in Charlotte, North Carolina at Scentsy Convention. Not only is that not great, first of all, it's unfortunate. That's not going to age well in many ways. But what the yes, go get a tattoo that you are going to regret down the line. When I was going through and doing research for my next video, the Scentsy Family Reunion video, I was seeing a lot of people going to get matching tattoos, and they were getting them matching like with their team that was there at the reunion. And some of them were not Scentsy related. So you can still like, if you end up leaving Scentsy or if Scentsy ends up going under for whatever reason, you don't have to feel like, wow, I feel like an idiot. But for these tattoos where they were getting them specifically with Scentsy products in them or things like that, that's forever. I mean, yeah, you can get it covered up, but that's forever. Did nobody tell you that? It's not a temporary tattoo. Recently saw a post calling me out about one of my videos, telling me that it was not about the competition when you get ribbons for your badge at Scentsy Family Reunion, and I'd like to call bullshit. Bullshit on aisle 3. Because, I'll just roll the pictures while I'm talking. It is so much about competition that it makes me sick. Now, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with healthy competition. I do it every day with my YouTube channel. We're all in this fight together, but also working to make our channels the best they can be, right? But when it comes to this level of competition, it's a little petty for me, in my opinion, of course. I remember when I was going to Scentsy Family Reunion that there were people that had ribbons and like their lanyard would be so high up, like they would adjust the strap as much as they can because of the amount of ribbons that they had. And you'll see in these pictures that some of them are past their knees. It's ridiculous. I just don't see a purpose for that. Like, I know, for example, my husband went to a convention for his work. He's in IT. He had to go to this convention. And because he was a first-time attendee, he had like the first-time attendee and then like his job title underneath it. But there was no other ribbon to add. Like it's not logical unless you want people to be looking at your ribbons and being like, oh wow, she did a lot and I didn't. And while some people may not see that as a competition, it is a competition. It is a competition, whether you want to admit it or not. They will even go so far as to, and I will zoom in on some of these ribbons to show you some, as to make their own ribbons for their teams so that they can have a longer strip of ribbons and make it look better than it actually is. And so I just wanted to prove my point there. Moving on. So this individual met up with the interim CEO of Scentsy, which, if you're not aware, the CEO and founders of Scentsy are Heidi and Orville Thompson, who I've said in the past are great people. They're great individuals. They're very kind. I have nothing against them. It's just the business model I don't like, and I don't like all the bullshit that is spewed. But with that said, they are of Mormon faith, and they are currently on, I think it was like a 3 or 4 year mission. So they haven't been acting as the CEO and president of the company. So in the interim, this individual, Dan Orchard, has been in that position, calling the shots and doing all of the things. So this individual had run into Dan Orchard at Scentsy Family Reunion and spoke with him. And she says this: so you see this guy right here? His name is Dan Orchard. He is the president and interim CEO of Scentsy, like as in the whole company. We get it. I got to meet him last night. And it wasn't a 5-second photo op either. He stood with us and talked to us. He asked about whether we were having a good time and if the things he talked about made sense. He joked with us. He was genuinely interested in us. He connected with us. That's what this company is about. And this is why I love Scentsy. Again, I was in this position, so I'm not specifically calling out any individuals who are doing this, who are getting excited to talk to the CEO and have a conversation. But what I'm seeing is this idolization. They're putting these CEOs on pedestals and acting almost as if they are celebrities. This individual should be talking to you because y'all are the customers. You are giving these higher ups in the C-suite your hard-earned money. You are their number one customer as the consultant, and anybody that argues with that likely hasn't looked at the actual data, because the data is there. The FTC has it. The company has it. It's all there. And you'll see it on my channel, spread about all of my videos. You'll also see it on everybody else who does anti-mlm content videos. The consultants are the number one customers. So for that reason alone, the C-suite, when you run into them at Scentsy Family Reunion, should take time out of their day to talk to you so they can retain their current largest customer base. So I have secondhand embarrassment and firsthand embarrassment because I did this shit, and it was not in like a convention center where we were the only ones there. It was in Las Vegas MGM Grand and all over Nashville, including downtown. Like I was a fucking cheerleader in my late 20s. Those are the Scentsy spirit chants that you hear during Scentsy Family Reunion or any other time a large group of Scentsy consultants are together. I also wanted to point out the amount of the same posts from different people in terms of the confetti. So everybody was taking confetti and either throwing it or blowing it into the camera. And that's all I found when I first searched like the hashtags for Scentsy Family Reunion. I'm like, are you like, did y'all get together and you were like, we're going to blow confetti. Everybody's got to do it. It's uncomfortable to look at the amount of confetti that is being thrown or blown. I think we need to go now. Thanks so much for hanging out with me and talking a bunch of shit. Make sure you subscribe so you can watch that Scentsy Family Reunion recap as soon as it drops. I will see you in the next one.